Hello again. Now, water supply to large parts of Johannesburg are being reduced from today. Rand Water is conducting maintenance on a pipe that supplies the Vereeniging purification plant. It says affected areas will have poor or no water supply during peak periods. The disruption is scheduled to last 3 days. Well, we hope. To look at the situation and how people are coping with it, I'm joined now by reporters, my colleagues, Silindelo Masikane, who's in Silindelo. She's been there since early hours of this morning, and up and about in parts of Johannesburg is Heidi Giokos. Let's start with you, Heidi. Good afternoon. So what is the general feeling on the ground from ordinary South Africans about what Rand Water is busy with and how it might affect their water lives?
Well, Bradan, as much as there is an understanding that maintenance needs to take place, you have many residents and business owners, as well as schools, that are quite frustrated at the situation. We do understand that it's not a complete shutdown and cut-off of water supply, but it is at a limited capacity and very low pressure, with the prediction that, especially here in the northern suburbs of Johannesburg, the impact is going to be felt later tonight and tomorrow as the work increases and progresses on that pipeline where SLE was earlier on. So we do know that many residents are saying it's going to be very difficult, as water is basically used for just about everything. And many also raise the issue and concern around the fact that we are still in the middle of COVID-19 and we need to practice hygiene. But it does become challenging when you do have a situation where there is no water or not enough water. So while residents understand that maintenance needs to be done, they are saying that 54 hours is very long, and unfortunately the track record of Joburg Water or Rand Water isn't the greatest, and they're worried that even after 54 hours they still won't have water that they are used to. We got a chance to speak to some residents here in the northern suburbs, and this is what they had to say.
I love the fact that they at least warned us in advance. This gives us time to prepare for these 54 hours. However, personally speaking, I just think there won't be enough to save. Like, we don't have enough money. Some people might not have enough money to go out and buy water. Some people might not have enough containers or anything else to store water. And the fact that we need water for those 2.5 days or 3 days is just, it's a problem by itself.
This thing is gonna affect our business, because when we don't have water, our client want to wash their hair, then we have to wait. We don't know how long the water is gonna come. Then we have to go and buy the water outside to bring here to wash our client. Yes, so it's gonna affect us.
It's going to affect us because we need water for bathing, for cooking, for cleaning, and without water, health will be, everything needs water. Yeah.
Okay. And also, other businesses depend on the water. Without water, then the businesses will shut down. And for 3 days, that's like a lot of hours without water. It really will be a very huge effect on them.
Yeah, and also now, because of Corona, we need to wash our hands. So we need that water to wash our hands each and every time.
Okay, those are feelings of some of the Joburg residents, sounding some of them very reasonable and a little bit worried. Silindelo, you're still down there in Silindelo, where you've been witnessing this pipe being laid towards the Vereeniging purification plant. What is the latest status you can tell us now?
Well, of course, we've just come from a briefing in Pretoria, Bradan, where the Minister of Water and Sanitation, joined by officials, the CEO to be specific, from Rand Water in terms of the update on the operations here on the ground. We know officially that the pipes that are being worked on are here at the Vereeniging plant, and you can see that what we understand is that everything so far is on track. Basically, officials, around 150 of them, Bradan, have set up camp here. We know that this 54-hour operation will go uninterrupted. Those 150 engineers and safety officers will be working day and night in order to ensure that they meet that 54-hour time frame. And we understand that at this point, it's just a matter of getting that old pipe out. Unfortunately, we have been moved just a little bit away from where you can actually see the old pipe, which is quite a ways down. However, the new pipe, which is to my right, it's a blue one, it is here, it has arrived, and it's just waiting to be placed in the place of the old one. However, of course, we know the effect that this is having on residents in Johannesburg, in particular, in around 8 municipalities that were warned about this interruption, this planned maintenance. And we've spoken to officials from the Education Department as well as the Health Department around those contingency plans, and this is what they had to say.
The Gauteng Department of Health remains on high alert following the announcement by Rand Water of the planned water interruptions that are going to affect various areas in Gauteng province. Despite no reported water interruptions currently in any of our health facilities in the province, the department continues to monitor the situation quite closely. The Gauteng Department of Health, together with Joburg Water, have put some contingency plans in place to ensure that health facilities are not adversely affected by the planned water interruptions. Water tankers and mobile toilets have been deployed in various facilities across the province, such as the Chris Hani Baragwana Academic Hospital, the Begimlane District Hospital in Soweto, as well as Helen Joseph Hospital, among others. This is in addition to the existing reservoir resources that we have in our own facilities. In addition to this, facility managers are putting plans in place to ensure that there is minimized use of water resources at non-essential areas in health facilities.
Some of our schools have boreholes. To a certain extent, they should be in a position to have water, but as a precaution for health purposes, we have advised that because now learners are writing exams or assessments, one or the other, after writing, they then are released to go home. And including your grade 12s, they come, write, and then they will be released. So learners have been encouraged to bring, bottled water.
That's Steve Mabona there, representing the Department of Education in Gauteng, ending that report that you brought to us. Silindelo Masikane out there in Sidibeng, and Heidi Giokos in and about around Johannesburg. Thank you very much, colleagues, for that latest update of what's happening. Hopefully it does stay on track. I saw in the statement by Rand Water or some comments later to say that from Thursday, water should gradually begin to normalize. Well, we keep our fingers crossed, but at this stage, it looks like the work is on track in this particular project.